Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another video. Don't make assumptions about beautiful women. Don't make assumptions. And let's be real with it. Guys see a beautiful woman out there. A lot of guys knock themselves out of the plane. They like, she wouldn't want me, she wouldn't want me. And you know what? Yeah, there's a good case she wouldn't want you. But there's a good case that ugly woman wouldn't want you either. There's a good case that medium ugly woman wouldn't want you. You don't know. You don't know. But let's be real. A lot of guys will see that real beautiful woman out there and think, oh, she got all these guys, or she's sleeping with all these guys or something. You don't know until you actually talk with her and actually deal with her. You can't make any assumptions about her. I remember back in the day, there was a friend of mine. He knew a guy who was a photographer for Jet magazine. All the old heads that know what Jet magazine was. They always had a beauty of the week. In fact, I knew a beauty of the week who was illustrative of this point I'm about to say. A lot of them don't necessarily have a man. Just because they're beautiful don't mean they had a man. That's because a lot of guys make assumptions. A lot of guys don't want to mess with the fine woman. And yeah, they can have some problems with them. They're human. They're human. Of course they're going to have some problems with them. Of course they can reject you. Of course they can be mean because they're human. But on the other side, they can be very nice. They could be into some stuff. I mean, I've had some beautiful women. I always talk about the X-Files. The X-Files, you know, that science fiction joint. You know, it was a beautiful, very beautiful woman who turned me on to that. And that same beautiful woman was also the one who supported me when I first started writing. But people wouldn't look at her and say that. They wouldn't think, oh, she be into science fiction, or she be into writing and everything. But she was. You know, another beautiful woman, shoot, you had to be able to talk politics with her. Shoot, you had to be able to talk politics with her to get her attention. If you couldn't talk politics, she didn't want to have a conversation with you. You don't know. See, here's the thing. You don't know until you say something to her. And you don't know, she might, I don't care what you look like, she might be interested. You don't know. Because I've met plenty of beautiful women, and you know, the guys that they end up with, the guys they falling in love with, aren't always like, you know, that super rich, super tall, super handsome, super muscular guy. They would be guys that other guys would consider average. Other women would consider average. But that man touched something within her. That man touched something within her. You don't know. That's why I say, even with the damn principle, even everything I talked about in my book, Nice Guys and Players, I said, go ahead and approach that woman. It's better that you know that you don't know. There's nothing wrong. You don't know who she's interested in, who she's down for. You got to go and talk to her. You have to go and talk to her. You have to see what's up. And she could reject you. Okay. But then you know. Then you know. You don't have to think about it. But she might not reject you. You know what? She could be a swan. And a swan, for those who don't know, that's that woman who she might have been ugly as a teenager and she grew out of it. I know a swan personally. And she gets with very average guys. But what was her imprint? What was the group of guys that like introduced her to sex? And that's who she'll deal with. She deals with guys, in fact, they must have been red-headed too. Hey, but seriously, you don't know. You don't know. If you see a woman and you saying, damn, you seeing a woman and you thinking about her, you don't know. Now, it can be tough if you online or something because, yeah, if you hitting her DMs, you know, 500 other guys are hitting her DMs too. But you know what? You don't know. You still don't know. You still don't know. You can shoot your shot. You might not hear anything, but you know what? Why not? In fact, say something, say something. And I would say this. One thing, don't hit them the same way. If you online on one of these sites or something, at least try to hit her on whatever she talks about, whatever she has an interest in. If you have a genuine interest, you don't know how she might respond to you. She might respond to you, she might not respond to you. All that matters is you not making any assumptions. You ain't thinking. See, one thing, because in my last sit down, I said why many men don't approach women, because they already feel like they're going to be rejected. You already taking yourself out of the game if you think this beautiful woman is automatically going to reject you. You don't know. You don't know. And plus, if you're doing what I said in my sit down video on Monday, you figuring out which women going to approach you, what is it about you that gets women to approach you, and then you fix yourself up to that and you approach that beautiful woman. Hey, she might be down, because you don't know. See, here's the thing with any beautiful woman. She still got a mind. She still got a brain. She still got things she's interested in. I've met beautiful women interested in everything from science fiction, comic books, politics, or they just plain dorky. Seriously, they were beautiful, but they were dorky, You don't know until you do something. You have to make the step, And I would say this. Definitely approach if you're thinking about her. If she hits you, some about her hits that hard. The best you can do is at least say, okay, you know what? Let me approach. You know what? She rejected me, but at least I approached. At least you got that out of your mind. All right? At least you got that out of your mind. And especially if you have a fear of approaching, you got to get over that fear. Because no woman, I don't care what she look like, wants a fearful man. So you still will approach. You still don't make assumptions. You don't know. Let her reject you, because you don't know. You might approach her. I know a very beautiful woman, but she was a lesbian. You don't know what it might be. A guy was trying to holler at her. She was a lesbian. She was like, Ron, talk to your boy. She was a lesbian. You don't know. Is that on you if she's a lesbian? She just don't like men, period. So you can't really take it up personally. You don't know what it was about her, right? But you're not going to know anything until you make that step towards her. Don't make an assumption about her. Don't make any assumptions. You see somebody fine, you approach or do whatever you do. Do whatever you do. Indeed, you might be that type of man who beautiful women are naturally comfortable around, because you don't have any fear of them. Don't have any fear. Don't make any assumptions. You don't know until you know what's up here. Boom. And I've said that before. Aim for her brain. Aim for her brain. Because a lot of guys don't do that. All right? So anyway, that's all I have for right now. I want y'all to think about what I just shared with you, okay? And I'll get back with y'all later. Peace and blessings.